issues. They affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
folks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on a Tuesday night. I'm going to make this short and sweet. It was a lovely day today. We got up to 23 degrees Celsius, and it was lovely. But with good weather comes, there's always checks and balances, and just as I'm starting the stream, the thunder is rolling, and I'm seeing some lightning. So, you hear that shit? You hear that shit out there? Anyways, so fingers crossed that the electricity holds out. If I go missing midstream, folks, you know what's happened. We've lost power. But I'm hoping that we can get caught up a little bit, at least, with some VONHELTON shenanigans. Has anything major went on? I'm not sure. I just see a bunch of clips. We got a new morning coffee that I haven't checked out yet. We got some streams with John, as painful as they can be. I know they did a video game thing tonight, but who cares about that? But mostly, I think we're just going to be checking on Nats and the Pizza, and his backup channel that he's now changed the name to the Barry Mandela Effect. So we're going to check out some videos. We're going to get caught up, folks, and see where we're at. So I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time babbling. Please thumbs it up, all that kind of good stuff. I don't know about these. I haven't watched any of these streams that he's done. So if you guys know of one that's better than the other, let me know. We'll check it out. I know one of these has a drop-in appearance by someone. Maybe this one. Maybe we'll scan through and see if we can find it. But apart from that, folks, onwards and upwards. Let's start with Nats and the Pizza. I'll throw out a link in a mail. We got some Vaughn eating. That's always a good one. So, get the kids to bed or wake them up, bring them down. Maybe they could learn something from this. Vaughn is quite a profound educator. So, folks, without any further ado, let's not waste any time. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Let's do it. Let's do it, folks. Folks.
I'm going to type me out I guess what the judge said was like a friend of the court brief or something. Describing, the outcome of the executorship and, the things that I would like to see changed, et cetera, et cetera. And
who do you say this? Who do you say this to?
The judge. The judge said it doesn't have to be an official form, but it does need to be legible. And basically it allows me to go back in regards to the estate and revisit the the ending of the estate, and so that's what I'm going to do. And like I said, the way she described it kind of put me in the mind of a friend of the court brief or something of that nature. So I'll get it done and get back in there and hopefully get some results.
You put a replevin. What does he call a replevin? You put a replevin in, and then Stivers has the gall, the chutzpah to write that response in. Like who the fuck are you to even think about even doing anything? I'm a god over here. I'm a sitting senator or whatever the fuck he is. What is he? A congressman? A senator?
Congressman. Well, here's the thing.
Goddamn congressman.
Well, here's the thing. That county sheriff over there has got more power in his little pinky than Stivers and his entire staff.
Yeah.
Okay. And Stivers needs to get a clue and realize who's really in charge, and that is that county sheriff over there and the judges that represent that county sheriff. Okay. Stivers is nothing. That county sheriff can tell Stivers to go jump in a lake, and he has to do it. More interested in getting my inheritance back and getting my kids back than I am about a bunch of trolls.
Exactly.
Now, I can deal with the trolls later, which I will, because I keep my word. But for now, the emphasis is getting my inheritance back, getting my kids back, getting my places rented out at full power, and getting shit done. Then I can worry about other stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's good. It'll happen. Everything's going to come together, man. The renters have already said they've got the money. They got the money ready to go for next month to pay me. So it's all good.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. They got some money coming in.
Yeah. See, they're cleaning now, and then they're going to move in officially next month, and then they'll pay me the rent. And I'll have money in the bank, and hopefully the other renter will have paid by then as well. So I'll have that money in the bank as well. And then, I'll be doing a lot better than I was. And then these people are giving me $100 a month while they work on the place. And then once they get the place done, they'll give me $300 a month. So that'll be more money coming in. And so everything's coming up roses, man. Everything's coming up roses. And then I get my inheritance, and I put me some modular homes out there in the field out there, and I put me an irrigation system in so that the field don't flood. And so lots of ideas, lots of things to do. Yeah, because I certainly don't want it flooding. That's a bad thing. And,
you don't want that doing.
Don't want it flooding. So we'll get it going right. We'll get it going right. Everything is going to be all right.
All right, folks. So that's part one. We'll check out some more here. I see y'all talking about titties out there. You want to talk about titties? I got something for you. Check out these fucking mammaries. I'm gonna make that bigger for y'all. Check. There's a competition going on, folks. Look at this physique. Look at the titties on that. I might even get... Thank God the nipples are covered. Oh my goodness, folks. Let's see what else we got. Let's try this one. Look at that physique, folks. Surely if you were sporting such a fucking a set of moobs and fucking you surely you'd be going online shirtless and showing that off, folks. Ladies, try to control yourself. What a catch. That fucking guy. I'm just saying. It's this guy. Hey, ladies. Golly. Anyways, I just thought let's move on. Let's go back. And let's move forward here, folks. More judge stuff.
Vaughn, do you realize you're sitting on assets of real estate?
Yeah, I'm well aware of that.
Do you realize that will never go down in value?
I also realize that.
But let me ask you something. Is your property in an estate, or are you never going to have possession of it, or no?
My property is in an estate right now to protect me and to protect the estate itself and to protect my children. Once I've got the Frosts in court and got my inheritance back, then I can relinquish the estate. But the judge left it up to me. I have the choice. I can keep it in a state or I can dissolve it. I have chosen not to dissolve it yet because... Why would you dissolve it? Why would I dissolve it?
Let's see. What's Vaughn. Hey, Vaughn, fuck me, man. You finally fucking came in. Holy shit. I got some hot dogs by the John.
Hot dogs, yeah.
I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a hot dog. Everybody party. I'm a hot dog. Fun on a bike. I have a prescription for my goddamn diapers.
But once I want so that I can have full control, and I don't have to.
Why the
report
hell
to
would
the
you
court.
have it in a state if you don't have
Because
to?
the court, okay, here, look. With the trust in place and the estate in place, Stivers and the Frosts can't take my property away, no matter what they do.
How can they take it away now?
I could be behind on my taxes. I could, there could be a lien placed against it and everything, and they still can't take it because it's in an estate and it's in a trust. They can't touch it. That's why I left it that way. I'm smarter than these fucks.
Did you leave it that way, or did your mom leave it in a trust?
I left it that way. The judge put the power in my hands. She said, you can dissolve it or you can keep it. And I said, I'm going to keep it for a while because I knew that Stivers and the Frost would try to take my property away if I got rid of the trust and got rid of the estate. So no, I haven't dissolved those yet. They still exist. They're still in play.
Is your name on the
everything is in my name? Yes, everything is in my name.
So your kids can never take claim of it?
My kids cannot take it away from me. No, I can will it to the children, but that's the only thing that can happen. My kids can't come along and take it. In-laws in Ohio can't come along and take it. Nobody can take it away. The whole purpose of leaving the trust and the will, the trust and the estate like it is so that nobody can come along and take my damn property away from me. That's the whole point of it. Now, once I throw the Frosts in prison and get all my shit away from them, and Stivers has gone back to Frankfurt where he belongs, then I maybe can get rid of the estate and the trust. But for right now, I'm leaving things as is so that they can't steal my shit out from underneath me, because that's exactly what they intend to do, and I'm not going to give them the power to do it. But now, like I said, once I get my inheritance back and I get my kids back and all that good shit, then I can see about maybe relinquishing the trust, but in the estate. But for right now, we're leaving everything as is because it's good that way. It's safe that way, and that's the way. That's the way. I like it. We're going to leave it that way for right now, and then we'll see how things go. But I'm going to be going back into court here real soon, and revisiting the estate court case. And the judge said, hey, just file a letter and submit it to the court and come on back in and we'll talk.
Are you up on the taxes and the insurance?
Taxes, I already explained the taxes to you. Let me try this again. I am not behind on my taxes. If I was behind on my taxes, the sheriff would be out here having a nice little chat with me. I am not behind on my taxes.
How about insurance?
Will I have to pay a late fee? Yeah, I probably will. But am I behind? No. Insurance is being handled through State Farm and Prudential.
Wait a minute. Why would you have to pay a late fee if you're not behind? Isn't that why you pay a late fee? Is because you're late, which means you're behind. Anyways,
it's okay. In fact, I think Prudential owes me some money, but I haven't heard from them recently. My insurance is fine. The property is fine. The taxes are fine. I am not behind on anything.
How many acres are you on?
200 plus acres.
You own 200 plus acres? I
own 200 plus acres. Now, most of it is these two big ass ridges on either side of me, but yeah, I got the equivalent of 200 acres. But my thing right now that I'm focused on is getting my inheritance back and getting my children back. Then I can worry about everything else later. I'm also going to put a restraining order against PS so that you sick fucks can't call CPS out to this goddamn house every 5 fucking minutes.
You're not going to get your. I don't think you're going to get the children back because that's
I'm getting the children back. I'm getting the dude. They manipulated a court law, so yeah, I am getting the kids back.
Yeah, but that's separate from your trolls. That's separate. That's like
court of law is not legal. Okay, I'll get the kids back. You can't sit there and manipulate a court of law to take somebody's kids. Oh, you got to walk that double wide before November so he can't get his kids back. I've got the audio for that, sweetheart. I got the audio of that. Where Ronnie Ray is talking to you fucks over on Discord. I've got the audio. And I'm going to play it to the judge.
Do you have visitation rights with them?
No. They've been adopted out as far as I know.
You can't even do Zoom with them or anything?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Why would you look into it?
Because I'm going to get them back. I'm convinced I can get them back.
How about now? How about this month and last month? You don't think they want to see their dad?
Because I have to watch my P's and Q's because you fucks will go screaming to CPS. He talked to his kids. and try to get my ass in trouble.
I don't.
I'm not
fucking
stupid. How stupid do you think I am? I'm
I don't
not
fucking.
stupid.
Don't say you. I don't fucking call
Hey,
anybody.
you're in with them fucks. Don't say that shit.
I don't
You're in
call
with them.
anybody. I don't mess. I don't,
You are
I don't-
in there with them. You've been in with them from the beginning.
because
I
you're in a
don't do that.
fucking. If you just because you're a handle in some chat room, don't mean that you're calling people and stirring shit up. The house laws.
What do you think you do every time you get on the internet?
That's what
you're
this is
invading
for.
mine.
This is what that's for. You can turn the computer off. You allow people when you go online. You allow.
Whoa, time out.
Exactly. I can only hit the three dots and
because
hit.
turning off the internet doesn't stop you from talking shit about me. Now, does it? Okay, so that's bullshit talk. Oh, Vaughn, turn off the internet and you don't have to worry about it. That's bullshit talk. That don't stop you guys from talking shit about me. What stops you from talking shit about me is throwing your fucking asses in a jail cell. That's what stops you fucks from talking about me. And that's what needs to fucking happen. And if the gods allow me, I'm going to make sure it does happen. That's how you stop that shit. But I'm going to like I said, I've made it abundantly clear. I've said this a million times. I'll say it 1,000,001. My goal is to make damn sure that this never, ever happens to anybody else's family, let alone mine, but nobody's family ever again. Okay, what was done to my family is reprehensible. It is evil. It is despicable. And it should never, ever be allowed to happen to anyone's family ever again. And the fact that Clay County kowtowed to these fucking terrorists is sad. It's sad. It's fucking sad. But what happened, and we got to move on from that. But the thing of it is, this bullshit, oh, Vaughn, get off the internet and it'll all go away. You know, I tried that, folks. I got off the internet for 2 years because they all said, oh, you get off the internet for 2 years, they'll stay away, it'll all blow over, it'll all go away. You know what happened, folks? When I got off the internet for 2 years, it got worse. They doubled down. They started calling out to my house. They started calling the local police out to my house and FBI and CIA and shit like that. And calling the neighbors and everything else. It didn't get better. It got worse. Okay, so this bullshit, oh, just get off the internet and everything will be fine. Well, that's bullshit in 2 ways. Number 1, it doesn't fucking work because it won't stop them from talking shit. But number 2, it doesn't work because the thing of it is that it doesn't stop what happened to my family. It doesn't make it go away. Okay, so you know this bullshit. Oh yeah, just get off the internet. That's a fucking excuse for them to be allowed to do what they want to do on the internet. And let's be clear. Who said that we have to surrender the internet to a bunch of domestic terrorists? Can somebody show me that? I want to see it. Oh, wait, you can't because it doesn't fucking exist. All right. So no, the terrorists are the ones that needs to go get off the internet. The good people are the ones that need to stay. All right. And these people that do these shows to laugh at people who are in a hard way, that's not funny. That's sick. That's sick and depraved. That's not good.
What happened, Ryan? You all right? You hurt your toe or something?
No. What I did do though, I went out there and oversaw them moving my furniture. We're giving them mom's refrigerator, stove, and microwave, and then I'm getting my refrigerator, stove, and microwave back. And we got the refrigerator over here. I got it plugged into the wall, cooling down. And then they're going to come. We've already swapped the microwaves also, and then we'll get everything else swapped out.
Oh, it's good to have some good people, man. It's good to have good people.
Yeah, finally.
They seem to be good. They seem like they're decent people.
They seem very decent people. So yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And we'll get her going here, buddy. We'll get her going. And it ain't going to take much longer. They'll get everything situated and everything will be fine. It's going to be glorious, people. But yep, everything's coming up roses, man. They're moving. We're swapping that stuff around, and they're going to have, Now the thing about my refrigerator is it's a side by side. So if you want to cram a Totino's pizza in the freezer, it ain't going to fit. unless you put it sideways. Correct. It's a 30-inch, not a 36. It's a 30-inch.
Right.
So you're not getting a Totino's pizza in there unless you put it in sideways.
You had to put it in sideways. Yeah.
But now the white refrigerator that I'm using now here, that one's got a regular freezer up top, and you can put a whole bunch of Totino's pizzas in there, no problem. So so I'm letting them have the normal refrigerator, and then I get my side-by-side back, and plus I get my crushed ice in my ice cubes, so that'll be nice. I'm hooked the water line up so I can get my water back. I miss my ice. I miss my ice. I do. I really do. I really do miss it.
Man,
they're going to send me over a plate with a couple of ribs and some mashed potatoes and gravy. So
wow,
that sounds good,
too, man. If they're good
neighbors, they're taking good care of me, man. They're taking real good care of me. So it's all right. It's all good. It's all good, man. I went from having nobody to having everybody, man. It's great. I love it.
That's good.
That's very good. Yeah. And there's nothing the trolls or the frost can do about it because they're good people.
Oh, nobody has to do anything about it. Don't worry, folks. Like, who actually thinks this is not going to end in a complete dumpster fire? Like, something's going to happen. You know, nothing in Von Helton's life as ever in the history of Von Helton started out good and ended good. Mark my words. This is going to be another Lulz saga. We're going to have more interviews probably in the future. There's going to be more. It's folks.
So it's going to be all right. Everything's going to come out fine.
Is your leg okay, Vaughn? Can we see the gash? I guess Jeremy turned out to be a troll, huh?
Well, no, he's talking about the gash I got falling off of Tim's truck. It's healing.
Okay.
It's healing.
That's right. You fell off of Tim's truck the other day. That's right.
I fell off Tim's truck. It's going to be all right. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not leaking fluid anymore, so that's a good thing. So now it's just a matter of it healing up internally and externally. And
you got gauze on it? You got your foot tied up with gauze and stuff?
No, actually, I'm just letting it do its thing. And then, if the encounter-suited friends want to intervene and
you at least cleaned it out with some peroxide or something.
Oh, right? Yeah. Well, I use both. I peroxide and rubbing alcohol both.
Oh, rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol. I know this is going to sound weird to most people, but I love the feeling of that burning sensation from the alcohol in a cup.
Yeah, because it's killing germs.
It feels so clean. You feel so clean afterwards.
It's killing germs. Yeah, it's killing the germs. That's what you want. You want it to kill the germs. Yeah, I use rubbing alcohol and hydrogen peroxide both on it.
Yeah, that's
good.
And
so and then I tried to wrap it in gauze with a wad of toilet paper. But the thing of it is, I didn't have any tape to secure it with.
Well, do you have like an old shirt that you could just cut up into a strip and then wrap the old like an old shirt?
I may see if I can do something similar. I don't know, but really, it's starting to heal.
It's fine, right? Okay.
Yeah, well, as long as I can keep the dogs from scratching on it, it's fine. Every now and then, the dogs will want to jump up on me, and they accidentally.
Yeah, one of Vaughn's old shirts. Like, it's hilarious. Like, you really think Vaughn's that worried about hygiene? He probably pulled a 3-month-old sock back over it, right? Like, he doesn't mop his floors. There's probably more bacteria on those fucking floors from the dog shitting and rolling around and bringing everything in, right? Oh, but don't worry, he put some rubbing alcohol on it when it first happened, folks.
I hit my leg, and it's like, guys, watch out, Yeah, watch out. Yeah. But other than that, I'm all right. I'm doing good.
All right, let's keep moving forward here, folks. Here we go. We got a donation rage. This one's actually pretty good. This one's pretty good. It's kind of funny.
All right, we got someone in the room called Jim. What's going on, Jim?
Hey, guys. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, what's up?
Happy Sunday.
Oh, well, wife and I finished up our taxes this weekend, so that's a nice feeling to have that shit done.
Yes, it is.
Fuck. But I think it's actually good because that kind of gets us to where we know what our true money picture looks like. And so this is kind of the time of year when we kind of look at some charitable giving, and we normally try to pick, people that have brought us some sort of joy or, great causes. And, I've been doing a little thinking about it and, a little praying on it. And, I think I'm ready to make a couple of donations.
Okay, cool. Sounds like a plan.
What do you think a reasonable amount is?
That's not my place. That's your place. Whatever you feel led to give is what you give. That's not up to me. I don't decide those things.
What do you think about 200 each?
That's fine by me.
And how would I go about doing that?
Cash App. It's right there at the bottom of your screen.
Cash App.
Yep, right there at the bottom of the screen.
I'll give you the link.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'll put it on the big screen for you so you can see it. James Paul VONHELTON on the Cash App.
So I was actually trying to get it to Stivers and James Arnold Frost.
Oh, fucking loser.
Arnold Frost.
Oh, fucking loser. You took what? That's what the best you got? You're gonna waste your time?
Hey, buddy, let me tell you something. You know what you do, motherfucker? You go on ahead and you give some money to Frost and give some money to Stivers, and I'll make damn sure you go to jail right along with them when they go to jail. Sound like a plan? Do it, fucker. I dare you to do it. I dare you to call them right fucking now and give them some money so that I can throw your motherfucking lily white ass in the goddamn jail cell right along with them. It's called collusion, you fuck. You might want to look that shit up. These motherfuckers killed my mother and my father, drove my wife insane, and got my kids taken away from me and stole every fucking ounce of money I've got. They are criminals. And your ass is sitting there saying you're going to help them. I hope you do, because I'll throw your fucking ass in jail right along with them. I don't give a fuck. And if you think I can't do it, you're an idiot. So you go right on ahead. You fucking get your nose shoved right up the Frost's ass and see if you don't go to jail right along with them. See if you don't.
Vaughn, you're retarded.
No, you're retarded.
I hope you both starved to death.
You're retarded because you're a dumbass. Because anybody helping the Frost is going to jail.
Suck it,
Anybody
James.
that helps the Frost is going to jail. Do you fucking understand plain English? Anybody that helps the Frost is going to jail. They killed my mother and father. You dumb motherfucker.
Hello?
You think they're not going to go to jail? You think they're going to get away with this shit? No, they're not. They're not getting away with nothing. Get rid of his ass. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. He's a piece of shit.
Gone.
I hope he does. I hope he contacts the Frost. I hope he shoves his nose right up their ass because he'll go to jail right along with them because they're going to jail. You don't kill my parents. You don't drive my wife insane. You don't steal my fucking inheritance. You don't fucking lock me out of my own goddamn house. You don't fucking get my kids taken away from me and they think you're not going to go to jail for that shit? Yeah, bullshit. It don't work that way. You do go to jail. They're all going to jail. And these trolls are next. They're going to jail after the Frost do. Just like I said. I said what I said, and I mean what I mean, and it's all going to come to pass. Watch it happen, you know. But yeah, the dumbasses that think these people are going to get away with this. No, they're not. There is no statute of limitations on murder, you dumb fuck. There is no statute of limitations on that. There's no statute of limitations on driving someone insane, and there's no statute of limitations on harming children. No, there is not. I defy you to prove it to me because you can't. And so, yes, all these motherfuckers are going to prison. Okay. You don't destroy a man's family. You don't destroy his finances. You don't rob the fucker, you know, and use Clay County to do it with. Yeah, no, that don't work. That don't work. And these judges, let's take the extreme route and say that these judges really were paid. You think they're going to go a second round with it? No, they're not. Because they don't want to risk getting caught. They don't want to risk losing their judgeship, their bench. They don't want to risk that, and they're not going to risk it. So even if you make the claim that they were paid off initially, they're not going to do it a second time. No, they're not. No, they're not, because they're not going to want to lose their bench. Okay, they're just not. The Attorney General is watching. The governor's office is watching. The FBI is watching. And so anybody stupid enough to side with the Frost is going to go to jail right along with them. Sorry. That's just the way it is, man. Deal with it. I don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck.
I just want to point out, if you look in the upper left, up and to the left, folks, the thumbnail for my live stream is J-Dubs. That sporting that beautiful physique. So yeah, donation rage. So let's move over to the backup channel. We got the Barry Mandela effect, folks. let's go back to, I can't remember if we covered this one or not. So what the hell? Let's, probably did. But anyways, let's do it. Folks.
Yeah, you're right. YouTube is just nothing but Trollville, man.
It's
That's
Trollville. Yeah, it's troll. The only ones that matter to YouTube are trolls. If you're anything but a troll, you're persona non grata, man. You're nobody. You're a piece of shit. And so, I'm encouraging every content creator to leave YouTube because they don't give a damn about you. The only thing they care about is corporate bullshit and trolls. Let that sink in for a minute. Well, see, here's the thing. Everybody uses that term genocide fast and loose. Okay, 6 million Jews did not die in World War II. No, they did not. Now, how do you know this, Vaughn? Because I'm a historian. Let that sink in for a minute. And the guy that owns Odyssey is the same way. He was abused by YouTube trolls. And he's not going to be friendly to trolls either. So, that's a good thing. And Brightian apparently seems like they're kind of the same way. They don't, that's why they did what they did. Make sure you wasn't no damn YouTube troll. That's good. I'm glad they did that. That's awesome. It pays to check people out, man, and make sure they're not a fucking troll. Because I'm getting sick of this troll shit. That's getting old real fast. Let that sink in for a minute. Just for shits and giggles, let me do a speed test and see what I am. Now, let me see if I can get let me do a speed test here. All right. 165. 160, 171, 174, 176, 176, 888. That's pretty cool. 896, 97, 897. Let that sink in for a minute. Like I said, they were talking some time back. They talked about running all new fiber optic through this area. And so maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe that explains why I'm glitchy sometimes. It's because they're putting brand new, it's supposed to be all brand new fiber optics, state-of-the-art shit, which is kind of nice. I mean, usually those of us out here in the hinterland, we get left by the wayside. And so it's kind of nice that they're, running brand new fiber optics through here.
Yeah, that is good. And we lost Vaughn.
Let that sink in for a minute. Yeah, it's going to be fucking fast as blazing too, which is good. That's a good thing. One of the things out here in the hinterland that people are complaining about is we don't have any cell phone service. It's harder than hell to get a signal out here. And there's no reason. I mean, I even offered the land. I said, I'll give you a piece of land to put the damn tower on. Get us a fucking tower out here so that these people can use their mobile devices. Because
you could probably make good money off of that, selling the land to the.
I'm between two big ridges. Okay, I'm between two real tall ridges. I don't want to call them mountains.
Quasi brings up a good point. So just because they're putting fiber optics in the area doesn't mean it's going to be fiber to your house. And that's the thing I know up here with Bell Canada when they were introducing their fiber. They would look, oh, you get fiber optics. And now some neighborhoods did have fiber optics right to the house, and you get like this, gigabyte internet and all that kind of stuff. But most people, it's what they call to the node. It means out in front of your house. But whatever antique means you have running, if you're running on a phone copper line into your actual house, there's only so much it can carry. So it doesn't matter. Okay, fine, you have reliable service out to the post out in front of your house, but you're still running a limited amount of data into your house. Now, he may currently be running on coaxial cable, and maybe just the internet's throttled because it's some free whatever. I don't even know. I lost track of what the hell internet he's running on anymore. But yeah, that is a good point. So unless you got fiber optics right to your house, I mean, it's kind of nice that you got a stable system in the area, but it's not going to help you because if it doesn't go coaxial into your house, you're going to be using phone lines, and there's just a maximum amount of data that can pass through it. So, yeah.
Because they're not quite that big. When you think of a mountain, you think of something that just, like fucking Yosemite or some shit. It's not quite that big, but they're good sized fucking, they're not quite a mountain, but they're big. And I told him, I said, my land goes all the way to the edge of the mountain. You can put your fucking tower right on top of that damn ridge, and man, you'll get out. You will get out, I guarantee it. And you want to put your coax up there, man, you'll get out all over the place. Let that sink in for a minute. But I've talked to everybody. I've talked to Sprint. I've talked to Teespring. Talked to fucking AT&T. I've talked to Verizon. I've talked to all of them. Nobody got back to me. And I'm like, I'm offering the land. I'll let you have the land. And they still wouldn't fucking do it. Let that sink in for a minute. You can't have divided loyalty. Bruce Lee mentioned this. He said having allegiance to two things is like a reed bending in the wind. You don't have any solidity to you. You don't have any foundation to you, because you're like a reed bending in the wind. Right. And you need to have some kind of solidity about yourself. You need to make a decision. Now by the same token, he also turned around and said that being a reed bending in the wind is good if you're a martial artist, because it means you're flexible. Let that sink in for a minute. The red man crossed the Bering Strait, across the Bering Strait from Russia into America, and literally slaughtered all of the indigenous people that were living here. Killed them all, white and black, wiped them all out, and took over everything.
What?
And
so this is a common thing of Vaughn, but I don't know what white and black people were living here before, what most of humanity, most sane people consider the indigenous people, which were the people who came over, Well, anyways, we don't need a history lesson. I'm preaching to the choir. I'm just saying, I don't know where these in time that these white settlers came. Like, yes, I know. Like, there's evidence of campsites of Vikings that probably came to shore, and different peoples that discovered it before Christopher Columbus and that kind of stuff. But folks, you're going back a long time, right? We're talking like the Bering land, the Bering Strait and all that kind of stuff, the land bridges and stuff. That's a long time ago. I'm pretty sure there are no colonies of white people already set up living here for the red man to slaughter, as VONHELTON would say.
All the way down to the tip of South America, but he killed them all. The red man has a lot to answer for, and they're trying to cover it up. They got the United States military to rebury the Kennewick man, and the scientists went to the judge and said, "Hey, look, this is a historical, not document, but a historical object here. They don't have a right to bury that." And the judge agreed, and so they unburied it again and put it in a museum. Okay, but we've got 4 white skeletons, 3 black skeletons of the original people that really lived here. And the red man has a lot to answer for that. And to date, nobody's questioning them. And I'm saying this as somebody who's 65% Cherokee Indian, because I want the truth out.
Even if that was true, and I honestly am too lazy to even look it up, because I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure there's something. But anyways, even if it was, you got 5, 6 skeletons? I don't think that really counts as like a civilized society here. I'm just saying.
Here too, if they've done something evil in the past, they need to stand for it. They need to be held accountable for it. And that's true of anybody. I've done some things in the past. Now, the difference with me is that I've already paid for mine. I've already dealt with that shit. I got it done and out of the way. Well, what if they kill me? Well, then they kill you. But I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees, right? Let that sink in for a minute. We are live, we are live, we are live, and it is so. My renters gave me some donuts, tasty cake donuts. Bless their hearts. I have to eat them in a hurry though, because I think they expire. Let's see here. Enjoy by 5/2/24. So got to eat them up fast, man. And donuts are always a good thing. Man, I hate phlegm. I need to figure out a cure for that shit. My nose produces way too much phlegm. Then I need to figure out a way to stop it somehow. I'll figure it out eventually, I guess. So if you want to know the truth, folks, you're going to have to go to a physical library where the microfiche is and read it for yourself. Because there's no way I can be anti-Semitic. Because unless you can teleport me back 2,000 years ago, all the people that were Semitic are dead. They're all dead. Alle Toten. They're all dead. There's no way you can be an anti-Semite. There's no way. You can't do it. Sorry. In order to be anti-Semitic, you would have to teleport your happy ass back 2,000 years ago. And so here we are, another morning. We have survived the horrible eclipse, the scary eclipse, which ended up being a big fat nothing burger. I was directly in the path. 90%, the Weather Channel said, 90% blackout, which means it should have been so dark out there I wouldn't be able to see my hand in front of my face. Well, what I experienced, and your mileage may vary, but what I experienced was nothing but some clouds that turned gray, like they were going to, have a rain shower. They weren't even particularly dark gray. There was actually a light gray. And so the eclipse, which I could not see because of the cloud cover, was a big fat nothing burger.
So I haven't looked up, Kentucky, what they were able, I didn't see them on the list of, best places in North America to watch the eclipse. But even assuming that, I'll guarantee that it wasn't 90% blockout. It was probably 90% totality, right? Not totality, right? Now, where I live, it was totality. And I can honestly tell you that everything went fucking dark. Now, even then, some light escapes around the corona and stuff, right? Now, in the distance, you could still see sunlight around the one horizon that looked like sunset. But directly over me and around me, it was dark. Like, really dark. The street lights came on. All that kind of shit. So, if it's 90%, that's not 100%, Vaughn. So there would have been fucking still light. The light from the sun is pretty powerful. You don't need a whole lot to light up the sky, right? So, but for all I know, VONHELTON slept through it. He wasn't even at the right time anyways. He's an idiot. Folks.
It was very disappointing to me.
And what would you expect? Why do people get all freaked out? They think there's something. Like, I can understand you live in ancient times, right? It's a neat phenomena. I'm glad we all got to experience it, all that kind of stuff. But what makes people think the moon transiting in front of the sun has any kind of mystical or relevant properties that something's going to, like... Well, again, look, folks, it's the shit abyss, I know. But a lot of people, right? A lot of people are just, like, freaked. Oh, something's going to... Well, what? Why would that cause anything? Like, what would be significant about... anyways.
I was very disappointed. I was actually hoping for fire and brimstone. I was hoping for the 3 days of darkness. I was hoping for the elite families to be wiped out in an instant. And maybe even Wormwood showing up and releasing a deadly bioweapon that kills anybody that has a significant amount of reptilian DNA in their bloodstream. Just saying. Anyways, big fat nothing burger. Nothing fucking happened. Couldn't even see the devil comet either. That sucked. Wanted to see the devil comet go by. Hopefully smiling as it went by. But never got to see that either.
So pretty much everything Vaughn has been ranting about with the solar eclipse didn't happen. Shocker. Vaughn was wrong on multiple counts. Of one event, multiple counts, he was wrong. Is he going to make a video about that? Well, kinda, right? He's talking about it. Anyways, I'm just throwing that out there.
Sad. It was disappointing. It's such a letdown. It was such a letdown.
What? That's because you live in a comic book version of reality where you built up all these mystical fantasy, right? This is all fantasy. Something significant about a solar eclipse where you're going to see, all your evildoers punished and shit. Like that's just fucking stupid. Like that's just dumb, even for you, Vaughn. It was interesting. It did exactly what it was supposed to do, and it was neat, and it was cool, and everybody that was in its path for a few minutes got some oohs and ahs. That's exactly what was predicted, what was expected, and what happened. That's reality. That is the objective reality that we share, Von Helton. The reality that you live in, that's a whole other story. But that's a dark place, folks.
I was very depressed. I was very upset.
He's depressed that like mass catastrophes and fucking mass deaths of people that he feels don't share his viewpoints weren't dealt with, weren't slaughtered. Where was the slaughter? Where was the brimstone? Where was the fucking... he's so bummed out.
I was hoping for more. I was hoping for, like I said, fire and brimstone, the wrath of the gods, I'm ready. I was ready for that shit. And it just never fucking happened. However, the gods have said the destroyer is on his way, his or her way, its way, whatever. It just ain't got here yet. Be patient, folks.
Well, at least he's got something to look forward to. I'm loving that thumbnail, folks. Baloney tits. That's baloney tits. When you hear me use the expression baloney tits, it looks like he's got fucking melting man boobs and he's literally slapped a fucking piece of baloney over for. Look at those ugh. Golly. Anyway, speaking of that, let's jump over. We got some stuff. I'm assuming that a lot of that was taken from this morning's morning coffee. I don't know if you guys watched it. Is it worth watching? I don't know. And we got a bunch of lives here, which I really don't want to go through. But I think yesterday, and correct me, someone's out in the chat that would know that there was a special drop. There was another guest drop in briefly, and I think it might have been yesterday's. Maybe it was 2 days ago now. I don't know. Someone out there, if you know, tell me. But I'm going to scan through and see if I can find this. God knows what's going to come out of their mouth.
Mug.
Oh my God! Look at that.
The mug. And it came out just like I wanted. So when I'm drinking, I'm showing off the mug. And it says Von Helton. It says Von Helton was right again. And it's a big thumbs up.
Yep, I was right again.
It looks very nice. Now it's a regular cup. I was hoping that it's a big fucking 15-ounce mug. But that's okay.
I don't care about naughty words, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Quasi, no, I covered that one. I think you're talking about the guy who said he's going to send money to Stivers. This is a different one. So we'll watch a bit of this, and I'm not sure exactly when this all happens. Well, maybe right up in there. Anyways, we'll see what's going on here.
The 15. I don't know what it said. 11 or 15.
I guess
I went in there with the express intent of getting the 15, but the 15 wasn't available for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So maybe the 15 is either discontinued or perhaps it's on back order or some shit. But I couldn't get the 15. I tried to get the 15.
It's one hell of a mug.
It is a nice mug. It is a good mug. It is a really nice mug.
It's a good mug.
Yes, it is. It's good quality. It's not junk.
Jill says I need to get one of those mugs. Yeah.
Give him the link. Give him the link. Let him get one. Give him the link because I've been consistently right over and over and over again now, guys. I mean, we got the fucking zombie apocalypse getting ready to hit here pretty soon, guys.
What's that be fun? Pagan Victory?
Oh, zombie apocalypse now. Okay, thanks, Quasi. I'll check it out.
What?
We'll save skimming through, I guess.
Pagan Victory, right?
Pagan Victory, yes. Pagan Victory. Yes, buddy. But yeah, man, we got the zombie apocalypse getting ready to hit just any time. It could happen any day, literally. Now, I was waiting for this massive darkness to descend upon us all, and nothing. Nothing. It got a little dark, like it was going to storm, and that was about it. And now the sun's are shining, the birds are chirping, and it's like, well, what the fuck? So what happened to the damn eclipse? Well, I don't know, but it's 4:30, and so the eclipse.
It turned out to be nothing. So if you want a mug like this, there's the store etsy.com/shop/pagan victory, one word, pagan victory.
Yeah, pagan victory is one word.
So go ahead and grab
And,
yourself.
and if you want something custom made, all you got to do is ask. All you got to do is
like
ask.
I said, I have the one and the only Von was right again mug. I'm the only one with this mug. It's a unique mug.
No, no. Monty got a mug.
Oh, Monty got one of these?
Yeah, Monty got.
Oh, fuck. Who's Monty?
Not
Monty
Monty, not the Monty that Ms. Parker
You talking
knows.
about Montegraph?
It's not Monograph, and it's not Monty that Miss Parker knows. It's a different Monty. It's a Monty from Discord. This is a different Monty.
All right, there's two people out there in the universe where the Von Helton was right mug. Okay,
Yes,
at least
two people in the whole universe. So you could be the third one. Go get you a mug. They're on sale. They're on sale, by the way. So go get you a mug. Go get you a mug and get a butterfly prophecy
I got an
t-shirt.
email saying that Von Helton gave me a coupon if I wanted to buy something with a coupon. You gave me a coupon.
I have a coupon.
10%,
Do I have a coupon?
25% off of anything I buy from you or something.
I don't know. Do I have a coupon? If I have a
I
coupon,
got an email saying, "Oh, Von sent you a coupon."
I don't know. Do I have a coupon?
Hey, Simon, I don't know. I'm saying I got an email saying Pagan Victory sent me a coupon saying if I buy something, it's 25% off.
I don't know. Try it and see.
I'm telling you, you sent me an email. You sent me an email to your Etsy store that says, "Hey, it says buy something from Pagan Victory, you get 25% off."
Well, try it and see what happens.
Without realizing it, but you did it.
Well, the only thing you can do is say no. So give it a try.
Yeah.
You know, maybe.
And I also got other good news. I finally convinced Von to come on the Rumble. He's finally on Rumble.
I'm finally on Rumble.
And you made I was right. Number what was it? 150.
I like Vaughn, the tech expert, right? Oh, you got a suspicious email saying you got like a discount that I know nothing about? Well, click the link. What do you got to lose, right? It wouldn't be a phishing scam trying to get you like your sign-in information and shit. Now, for all I know, since he's selling through Etsy, maybe it's some promotion that he's not even aware of, and they like auto send an email. But it's weird it came through on his behalf. But sounds like with Vaughn's history of being scammed on the internet, it sounds like a phishing scam to me. But who knows, right? But I think that's awful advice, folks. I just want to tell you that if you ever get an email from me saying you get 25% off from the Den of Dank, and I have no idea what you're talking about, don't click the link. That's all I gotta say. Don't. That's like fucking email 101.
55.
155, yeah. It's not the most current one, but it's one.
Okay.
It's up there.
It's up there.
It's not the most current one though. The most current
But
one.
hey,
is
at least we got you on Rumble. That's good.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to get one of those coffee cups. Yeah.
Yes, you do. Give him the link. Somebody give him the link.
I put the link up there. Pagan Victory, right there.
Post it again because he didn't see it.
Well,
Post
yeah,
it again. He didn't see it.
I put on YouTube, not Rumble. Okay, never mind. Let me put on Rumble.
Put it on everything. Put it on Rumble. Put it on YouTube. Put it on Odyssey. Put it everywhere. Put it all over the place. And by the way, folks, the Butterfly Prophecy T-shirt is also selling really well. I've already got 2 people.
Oh yeah, someone bought like 5 shirts at once.
Yeah, so one person bought 5 shirts, and another person bought 2 shirts and a mug, which is similar to what John is going to do because hopefully he's going to buy another shirt and to go with his mug. Because he's already bought a shirt and he bought a mug. So now he needs to buy the butterfly
shirt. I need a shirt. I need a shirt to wear.
You need to get the Butterfly Prophecy. Now, do you want a more manly version or do you want the one with all the butterflies?
The one you have makes me look like a bleep that I can't say on YouTube. It makes me look like a bleep.
So you want a more manly looking butterfly.
We'll talk about it on Rumble. Well, you know what? We'll go to Rumble and we'll talk about the designs to make. How's that?
Okay, that sounds like a wiener. All right, guys. So yeah, the Butterfly Prophecy T-shirt is moving. It really is moving. So get your T-shirt while you can get it because I don't know how long it'll last. You never know. You know. So you want to get a T-shirt, you want to get a mug, you want to get a. Hey, folks, warm weather is here. It's 70 degrees outside right now. 72.
I know. I was sweating bullets today.
72 degrees right now. Get you some swim trunks, damn it. It's time. It's warm weather, man. Get you some swim trunks. And for the ladies, get you a bikini. You can get a 1-piece bikini or a 2-piece bikini. And get in gear for warm weather, man, because warm weather's here, man.
A 1-piece. Maybe I am wrong on this, but isn't the whole point of a bikini that it's a 2-piece? It's like a skimpy 2-piece. Is it like maybe I'm wrong? Is bikini just a brand? Has it become like, you know, down in the South where they call every soda Coke? And we just maybe I am wrong. Is that just like a brand? But I always thought that was the point of a bikini, was that it was typically describing a 2-piece. Folks, I'm not up on ladies' fashion, admittedly, right? I'm not up on ladies' fashion, but Vaughn seems pretty eager. He just happens to have a lake on his property, folks. Lake Alice. I'm sure he wouldn't mind a few of you ladies coming out with bikinis. Be careful what you wish for, Vaughn, because I've heard you describe the lovely ladies in your vicinity, so...
Got 70 degrees all the rest of the month, man. It's fucking great. 70 degrees all the rest of the month.
I'm glad you knocked that cold weather back to Canada where it belongs. That's what
I knocked it. I better swing. I knocked that fucker right back to Canada where it belongs, and hopefully it'll stay there. Hopefully it will stay there.
My weather's
That's
been lovely.
The plan, anyway.
Like I said, well, he said, what, 72? That's 23 degrees Celsius. Is off the top of my head, it's about 70 fucking 2. I know, like 25 up, definitely it's like 75ish, somewhere in there. Off the top of my head, I could do the calculator online, but
it'll stay up there. But yeah, 70 degrees all the rest of the month, at least as far as I know. I went on the Weather Channel and checked. It's all 70s for the rest of the week. Now it's a good time to get you some swim trunks, get your bikini for the ladies. And enjoy this warm weather, man, because, you know, it may not happen for a while. You never know. I mean, remember, we had that really nasty cold snap in April, and that really sucked. So, you know, now that we've got the warm weather, let's enjoy it. Let's get a big...
Yeah, so I crunched the numbers. It's 73.4. So I was actually almost 2 degrees warmer than Von Helton. So he can go fucking suck a dog dick.
Let's get some swim trunks and get out there and enjoy the warm weather. And now, you know, now John said he got a coupon in the mail. Okay, so there you go. There's your incentive to go buy something, right? Go get you something, and then maybe you'll get a coupon in the mail like he did, and you'll be able to get 25% off, and go get you something else. Let's make it happen, people.
Let's make it happen, baby. Woo! Woo! Like Ric Flair would say, woo!
Woo! Roddy Piper, woo! Hi, Brittany. Anyway.
Hey, Brittany.
So, yep. But yeah, it's warm weather's here, and the time is right for dancing in the street. So that's what the song used to say anyway.
One more time, showing up the mug. Go over to Etsy.com/shop/pagan victory. Etsy.com/shop/pagan victory.
Yeah.
That's the mug look. That's where you can get the shirt, the mug. Go check it out.
And I got a mug.
See, J-Dubs, this is where he's stupid. One of the things he's stupid about. He always does this with his links where he just show it on StreamYard. He won't actually pin it in the fucking chat. Now, this is a pretty easy one to remember, right? I'll grant him that, right? But he'll post, like, links to shit where it's, like, fucking 18 characters long and backslashes and underscores and fucking, you know, capital this, then lowercase that, and then the number 18 and and he just expects people to fucking type. Like, he doesn't understand you can't copy paste from the fucking screen, right? Like, anyone's gonna sit there and put 32 fucking characters in so they can go over to their shitty fucking stream. Like, folks, we're dealing with fucking rubberheads here. They're literally rubberheads.
Mug with the Constitution on it too. So if you want to, if you're feeling patriotic,
Constitution. Okay.
You can get a mug that's got the Constitution. We the people, big fucking letters, you know. So if you're a patriotic kind of person, you can get you a mug that's got the Constitution on it. And if you're Israeli, I have a mug that's white with blue stripes, and it's got the Star of David on it in blue. So the blue, the Star of David flag.
You know what you should do? You should make a cup with like the Israel star, the Star of David, and like dead gods and children or something on. I shouldn't say that. That's wrong of me. I shouldn't talk like that. But people would probably, people probably fucking buy it. You know what you should make? You know what you should do? Make a cup that says from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. How's that? You should do that.
No, I ain't gonna do that because Palestine ain't real and the Palestinians ain't
Palestine's
real.
fake. Yeah, what about that? Palestine is as fake as a $3 bill. There's
Yeah,
a mug
no, I
for
can
you.
do that. Palestine
That's
is
the
fake as
mug
a
idea
$3
right
bill
there.
because it is. It ain't real. There is no such thing. Let me throw that picture up again because people need to know.
Well, let me just say, we're heading to Rumble, but Vaughn and I are going to talk.
So yeah, he knows they're gonna wind up and say some really offensive shit. So he's got to close the YouTube down. Like, it's not like these guys don't know better, right? They don't. Okay, we're really gonna get fucking insensitive and like say some really awful things. So, yeah.
Talk about the controversial.
Yeah, exactly.
Instrumental in the.
Oh, Sammy, no.
No, I don't think they said it would be in the path between the moon and the Earth. They said it would be flying over. And
We got someone in the room by the name of Trolls Suck. What can we do for you today?
Hey, Vaughn, I may have missed it, but did you see the eclipse at all?
No.
He just got done explaining to you. He didn't see it, you dumb
Didn't
mutt.
see shit.
Did you speak English?
I didn't see shit. I didn't see no comet. Didn't see no eclipse.
Now, keep in mind that John has no idea if this guy is a troll or not. He just said I missed it. I want to put back because this is how they wonder why they can't build an audience, right? And this is how he talks to people. So let's.
Did you speak English?
Didn't see shit. I didn't see no comet.
Let's put it back.
Saying, okay, this kind of it seems like somebody's trying to send us.
I never got to see the comet either, which is very unfortunate.
Because
I wanted to see the comet. I wanted to see the comet. I wanted to see the eclipse, and I never got to either one. I'm supposed to be right in the path. I'm supposed to be right in the path of the damn thing, and I never saw shit.
No, I don't think they said it would be in the path between the moon and the Earth. They said it would be flying over. And
we got someone in the room by the name of Trolls Suck. What can we do for you today?
Hey, Vaughn, I may have missed it, but did you see the eclipse at all?
No.
He just got done explaining to you. He didn't see it, you dumb mutt.
Didn't see shit.
Did you speak English?
Like, just to talk, the guy just said I may have missed it. Maybe he was setting up his audio devices. You have no fucking clue. Now, it could be just a troll to fuck with Vaughn. I hope so. But I'm just saying, like, even still, like, this is how they greet everybody that comes in.
Didn't see shit. I didn't see no comet. Didn't see no eclipse. I didn't see nothing. And I'm supposed to be right in the path of the damn thing. Never saw a damn thing. The sky never got black. It did cloud up a little bit like it was going to rain, but then it quit. It didn't rain. It just clouded up, and then the clouds all broke apart, and then everything's sunshine and roses right now. So I don't know what the hell happened.
It was a beautiful day today. It was like 60
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. So I don't know, man. I didn't get shit. Weather Channel said it was right. I'm right in the path. 90%, they said. Going right over my town, I'm supposed to hit 90%. Never saw a damn thing. It never got.
Sammy, I was thinking about doing a mug, and it says something like, "From the Nile to the Tigris River, the Mashiach will be here this year." What do you think? What do you think?
Bad.
If I got a mug like that? You think I get a mug like that? You think I'm people up?
You want a mug like that?
And then it shows
the
Holy
only one that buys it because
and then it shows Israel from Egypt all the way to Iraq.
Nobody will buy a mug like that. Nobody will buy a mug that says that.
Yeah, people be triggered by it. That's what they'd be triggered by it.
Well, it's not that they would be triggered by it. It's just that they wouldn't buy a mug.
A very interesting argument debate between Norman Finkelstein and Alan Dershowitz.
Oh, I can't take Finkelstein. That guy is such a fucking
Well, Dershowitz ain't much better. I'd love to know who won, though. Who won the
Dershowitz? But he really gave it to him at the end, and Finkelstein had a stupid smirk on his face, realizing that he was
Finkelstein can suck on my Finkelstein. You know what I mean?
That he was bested by Dershowitz. Here, you know what? I know it's really annoying, but it's just worth.
Oh, Sammy, shut up. Yeah, so I looked it up. It's like 93% magnitude. It has nothing about like Anyways, why do I even bother? Let's skip ahead. I don't want to listen to fucking Sammy. The liberal atheists, the Finkelstein. All right, keep on moving here, folks. Looks like he's in there for the, oh my god, he's in there for the whole fucking enchilada. I don't want to fucking, oh my god. You know what? I just can't do it. I can't do Sammy. So I tell you what, we'll go over to the Nat's Pizza Cut. Let's pull this back. So apparently Quasi's saying this is the drop-in I'm looking for, so.
Been doing this shit since 1970, Sammy. And in that whole time, not one motherfucker has ever come up to me and said, hey, man, you really saved my ass. Not one motherfucker. Not one. So I don't give a fuck. If the whole goddamn country burns down tomorrow and I'm the only motherfucker left to restart the Great Republic, so be it. I'll restart the Great Republic myself, and it'll be based on the Founding Fathers and the original Constitution of 1776.
Wow.
And if I'm the only motherfucker left alive to do it, then I'll do it myself. But it will be done.
When did you start noticing your buddies flying around your house? When did that start happening? Last year, right?
I don't know. They've been around for quite a while. Andrea was outside filming a picture of the moon, and she said, "Come out here and look at this huge star." And so I go out there and I look at it and I said, "That ain't no star." It wasn't no star. And she's like, "What is it?" I said, it's a UFO. And here's what I said. I said, "Let me go in and get my camera so that I can film it." As soon as I got that out of my mouth, that star went from here way the fuck down to the end of Crane Creek Road in about half a second. And so that was the end of that right there. Okay. And from that time until now, they've been around. Sometimes you have to come in and look on the cameras in order to see them because they're cloaked. Just the other night, you couldn't see them, but I come in, I get on my cameras, and there they are, big as life, man. In fact, I got a screenshot. Hold on, let me see here. Let me get it, because I've got a screenshot of it.
Here's another news article. Oh yeah, there you go. Is that up to the top right, top left there?
Can you see him? He's right above the trailer there. You can see him. But see, you can't see him in real life. You can only see him on the damn camera.
Mm-hmm.
You can only see him on the camera, but you can see him there. You can see him there. He's right above the single wide trailer there. Well, he's above it, but he's far away. You know, he's over by the ridge line more or less. But there he is, man. He's there. But see, if you go outside and with your eyes, you won't see shit. But he's there when you come in and look on him on the camera. There he is. So.
What the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this guy? Rochambeau? Who the fuck is this guy?
Give him his 5 minutes of fame.
Josh Taylor. What's going on, Josh Taylor? How can I help you today? Kind of a little gay picture there, bud. Josh. kind of a little on the faggot side, but
actually it looks like he's lifting weights or some shit, I think.
No, that was Christian from years ago before you went crazy.
Well, you're saying this.
I figured you'd love it, John. I figured you'd be
here
rubbing that desk real tight.
He's brave enough to talk.
It's me, Josh Taylor, coming at you, baby.
That's why I get to make love to my wife, and you get to make love to your hand. So.
Yeah, all you got is your hand. Must be nice.
Well, what do you got, Vaughn?
What do you mean? What have I got?
Besides a pile of trash behind you.
What you got?
You got anything constructive to say? You got anything to actually add?
Yes,
motherfucker.
I do. My name is Josh Taylor, and I came to call you a faggot, John. What's up?
What's that got to do with the cost of tea in China?
I'm so triggered.
Yeah, what's that got to do with the cost of tea in China? That ain't doing shit. You don't have anything meaningful to say, do you? Nothing. Not one goddamn positive thing.
I just donated $50 to Stivers.
Well, that was stupid. Stivers is a multimillionaire
Stivers is
and a
shit.
congressman.
He can track
Stivers
that.
is a
He can,
$50 to his
You
cash
should be
app.
donating to
Boom.
Vaughn, man. You should be donating to Vaughn. That's what you should be doing.
you didn't know he can track that money, right? Where it came from. He's
I
got
hope
the
so.
resources.
It's got Josh Taylor's name all over it.
I don't even know who that is there, but
He's gonna get his look, Joshy boy. You're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
get yours. You're gonna get your
When?
comeuppance.
Who's going to give it to me? You?
Come, yeah,
I'll
try it.
slap the taste out of your mouth, boy.
You're a
Put them
dumbass.
arms,
You have
put
no
them
idea
arms
what's
reach
coming.
of me, and I'll put you to sleep.
You have
you wanna
no
say that?
idea what's coming.
in real
No
life.
idea.
Vaughn, you
You
can't
have
even
no
touch
idea.
your toes. Who are you gonna show
Dude,
justice
I
You
would
to?
have no idea
Show me your
what's coming,
toenails,
Troll.
Vaughn.
You have
Show
no
me your
idea
ass,
what's
man.
coming.
If
No.
you came here, I'd pick you up like the Undertaker and throw you to a table, man. That's what would happen. And you fall like a
He
fucking.
has no idea what's coming. He has
And
no
so
idea what's
he
coming.
comes on here and he says he donates money to Stivers. What an idiot!
it's probably
He-
bullshitting about that. He
He's
doesn't have
not-
any money. He
He's
doesn't
not,
have any money.
He's not donating money to Stivers. No, he's
He
not.
can't afford it.
Yeah,
He
he
couldn't
can't afford
$50.
Stivers.
He don't
He
have
can't afford
$50.
Stivers. Stivers is like $1,000 a day. He can't afford Stivers. Okay, he can't do it. He can't afford him.
And I'm sure Strivers is trained not to deal with people on the internet either way.
Probably not. Yeah, probably
He's got
not.
better
At least
things to
I
do.
hope he's smart enough not to fuck with these trolls.
I'm sure he can pinpoint them out.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, he can't afford Stivers. The only reason Frost has Stivers is because he's using my money. When my money dries up, that'll be the end of Stivers. I assure you.
Yeah, that would be into him. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was just
absolutely.
thinking the
it will.
same thing.
Yeah, absolutely it will.
All right, folks. Still got the man titties up. That's going to be the thumbnail, I think. All right, so let's go back to this dumpster fire. I don't want to listen to Sammy. I'll watch a little bit more. There was some more this morning, the law. And, yeah, let's see what's shaking over here. Just two lonely men spending quality time together. All right, let's go.
Actually, 103, but
Yeah, but it's all right.
yeah,
Nice
it's all
round number of 100.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. But yeah,
Since we're here on YouTube, I want to say I'm making a quick YouTube video just to here to promote the
Sure.
mug. I'm gonna go get the link for people.
Okay. Yeah, give them the
Go get
link.
the link.
Yep, give
Let's
them the link
see.
so they can see what's going on and shit.
Megan Victory.
Yeah, victory. There's victory in freedom religion, buddy. Freedom religion is freedom. Freedom religion is freedom. It's victory. It's peace of mind. It's all kinds of good shit.
Oh, yeah. Freedom from, your kids, your wife. Now you got your property rented out to, like, crackheads, meth heads, and fucking their relatives, and some fucking criminal that's doing your handiwork and digging through the fucking Frost dumpsters and shit. Like, oh, yeah. Yeah, things are really looking up, Vaughn.
It's a link if you want to buy a mug or a t-shirt, etsy.com/shop/pagan victory. Now, Vaughn made little less. He made more. Those butterfly prophecy shirts are nice, but they're a little bit on the, let's say, the queer side if you're a guy. It's nice for a woman. It's just not so much for a guy.
Well, now this
Vaughn
that
made these really nice manly butterfly prophecy shirts. I'll tell you what, they're looking nice. They're looking pretty sweet.
I made a more subdued version that is a lot plainer looking, and so therefore, if men are not wanting butterflies all over their chests, they can get the more subdued version, which just has half a butterfly and half a human face, and it says butterfly prophecy on it. So if they want to get that, they can do that. They can get that, and that will be sufficient. And they can do that if they wish. But yeah, it's no big deal. No big deal, Maynard. It will be all right. Yes, it shall. Yeah, my shit's a beeping in there. Beep, 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 beep.
We're not always on YouTube. We're always on Von's on Odyssey. I'm on Rumble. Check us out.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill the YouTube link. You had any last messages for YouTube?
Yes, YouTube, you suck. I will be paying a visit to you as soon as I get done with the trolls and get done with the frosts. You will be next, barring any type of interference that may happen in the meantime. But basically, the succession that, as I have it, has never changed. I deal with the frost first, then I deal with the trolls, then I come after YouTube, then I come after Google, and then if I'm still feeling frisky, I can go after Alphabet, their parent company. But I will be going after these individuals and these groups and these institutions because I will not allow someone else's family to be completely and utterly destroyed like mine was. And I intend to make sure that never happens to anyone ever again. And people don't like it. Well, too bad, so sad. I'm doing it anyway, whether you like it or not. So that's basically in a nutshell. And I got to go see what my food's
And I got to figure out what I want to make for breakfast too, or lunch, I should say. I got to figure out what I want to get. So bye YouTube, fuck off YouTube. Come join us on Rumble.
Yeah, let's wait till we
now on Rumble. So
let's wait till we go live and we'll decide what we want to eat.
check us out. Let me go ahead and kill the link.
All right, skip ahead here.
It's going to have a sunroom, and it's going to have a one-car garage. It's going to have a two-story, at least a two-story.
More fantasy.
Never fix anything back, ever. You have to do that. And so that's number one. Number two is that after 210 years, at least according to Codsworth, it's 210. After 210 years, you would think the foliage would have grown back. You would have thought the tree.
Who cares?
It's bullshit. Trump, when you do some digging on Trump, what you find is that years ago he had to file bankruptcy on all of his property and his possessions, everything, all of his wealth. He had to file bankruptcy, and Rothschild covered his bankruptcy.
Let's do an experiment, Von. I'm Jag. You're the president. You call me, right? Pretend to call me.
Yep. All right. Hey, what's up, guys?
What do you need?
I need Hillary arrested immediately.
You got it. I'll send the boys out now.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. That's it. What is that? 20 seconds. That's not even 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even 10 seconds.
Exactly. That's my point.
It's a 10-second phone call, man. Shit, that's not difficult. Hey, what's up? I need you to get Hillary. All right.
Yep. And that's it. It's done. But see, that's my whole point.
No, you know what? That's actually not it. They should have known when he came in day one. Jag should have already known. Hey, Mr. President, you said that you want Hillary behind bars, and they should have had a folder, a document with papers in it, a folder a set of documents saying, hey, here's a briefing, here's documents saying that Hillary's going to go to Guantanamo. They should have already had it prepared when he stepped foot in the office.
Yeah, they could have already had it ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah, ready to go. Chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Let's get going. Come on, send the boys out. That's it.
Yeah. And he didn't do it. And and see, that's the thing. And now well, you don't understand, Bon. It all has to be done in secret. Bullshit, it does. No, it does not have to be done in secret. That's a lie.
You think Hillary would let it be in secret? Hillary would be all over. Trump is trying to put me in Guantanamo Bay. Listen, I mean, come on.
Well, it's ridiculous.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it, Von.
It's ridiculous because I guarantee you, if I was in the Oval Office, I'd lock my ass in there, and I wouldn't get out until I first had reinstated John F. Kennedy's Executive Order 11,110, which eliminates the Federal Reserve and puts us back on the silver certificate.
A lot of people say that's what got him killed, that and not going to war with Russia.
Yeah.
You say those are the big ones, yeah. And he was a thorn in the side of the globalists. I mean, they had globalists back then. They were just called the CIA back then, but now they got their tentacles even deeper than the CIA and everything else. But I mean, it's unfortunate that we have these scumbags, but that's what happens when you let the rot sit there and you don't clean up the fucking mess.
That's right.
It's just going to spread. It's just going to imagine if you have gangrene on one finger and you don't amputate the one finger. It eventually spreads to the other fingers, and then it spreads to the hand, then the arm, then your shoulder, then you're fucking dead. You gotta, if you just amputate the finger while you had the chance, you would still have your hand and your arm. But because you waited, now you're gonna have some really bad pains now, and eventually death. And that's what we're hoping for, and we're rooting for the destroyer to come to wipe out these globalists. And you know what? The sad thing about it is, it's not just a pinky finger that needs to be cut off; it's a goddamn fucking arm, and it's gonna be painful. It's going to be painful. The United States has such a bad rot, has such bad gangrene that this amputation is not going to be painless. It's going to be painful. And that's a metaphor, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you understand the metaphor that I just gave. All right? If you're smart enough out there, and like Sammy likes to say, buy a clue. And if you want to buy a clue, hopefully you fucking get it by now. And hopefully Trump buys a clue. It definitely seems like fucking RFK Jr. has a clue, but then he fucking went ballistic, and he got a fucking his running mate, this fucking whore, fucking Google whore that she is. I mean, I don't know. Some people are saying to me, John, she's not as bad as it seems. I don't know. I don't trust anybody from Google. I don't trust anybody from Google. That's for sure.
Google is a globalist entity at this point. Has been for some time. And people need to be made aware of that. They need to understand that. A lot of people do not.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he knows something that I don't.
Except maybe half of California and half of New York.
No.
Okay, so what they done was
you had to vote Viagra in the middle.
We've all heard this story so many times, and I was actually watching. Same thing Vaughn was on CNN. They were not done counting, right? They were still counting up counties, and then it was the mail-in counts after that they counted at the end. And this 4 a.m. dump he keeps talking about, it's just because when they update every so often when they get the numbers in, then the numbers always change. This whole shit, they were done counting. It was they were calling. Shut the fuck up.
Middle of the night, it went woo. Bye-bye.
Well, that's the thing. What they done, they told all the bean counters to go home at 1 a.m. because the counting was done, which it was. But see, that's the thing. When the counting is done at 1 a.m., that's it. There is no more votes. Not supposed to be. But what they done was they added votes at 3 a.m. They literally crammed them in the machines at 3 a.m. They pulled these big black boxes out from under the table and started cramming Biden votes in there at 3 a.m.
There should be once the polls close, that's it for voting. Now you say, John, what about all the people who voted early? Well, then the vote should have been counted early.
The vote should have been counted already.
Let's say election day is November 1st. Well, and you voted August 2nd. 2-3 months before the election. Well, they should have it in the computer. Hey, there's one vote here already made. They should already have it in the system. There's no waiting around to the last minute. That's bullshit.
No.
That's bullshit. You vote.
It is.
When the polls close. Well, first of all, you shouldn't even be voting by mail. If there is, then there should be a better system. Okay. But once the polls close, that's it. There should be no more counting. Once the poll closes, that's it. Done.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but you should have got it. You should have got off of your ass and voted.
See, that's the thing. The voting ended at 10
a national holiday. Make voting day paid mandatory leave for people to vote.
Paid mandatory leave for everybody.
Whatever. Just make it where if you are a full-time employee at a business, you have the right to leave on election day with pay to vote. That should just be the law. That's it. Okay,
And
that's it. No one has an excuse. Oh, well, I can't vote. I have work. Oh, I can't vote. I have my kids. Well, take your kids with you.
take kids
You
with
can't
you.
take your kid with you to vote?
Yeah,
What's
you can
wrong?
take kids with you. Why can't
Why
you
not?
take kids with you? There's
Why
no
not?
reason. But
People come
the
up with
thing of
all
it is that
fucking
all the voting.
excuses. I'm sick of hearing excuses why people don't vote.
I gotta use the bathroom.
If one person took 10 of their buddies to go vote, it wouldn't be an issue anymore. You wouldn't have a problem. The systems would be overwhelmed. The Democrats couldn't steal. They wouldn't be able to run the fucking country. And we need people to call up the fucking congressman to tell them to stop giving money to Ukraine. Holy shit. I'm sick of fucking hearing about Ukraine. Oh, we got to be loved and liberal. Well, what the fuck happened to Ireland being Irish? What the fuck happened to Ireland for the only for the Irish? More at home.
Exactly.
That's my answer for you. If you don't like it here, go back to where you come from, where you feel comfortable, where you feel happy.
That's right. It's simple as that. Yeah,
Simple as that.
It really is that simple. It really is that
We
simple.
don't need to
This
diversify.
idea that we're
We
going
don't
to
need to
drown the
diversify.
West is just ridiculous. The West is not traditionally drowned.
People. All those men up there on that screen are prime ministers and first ministers. How do they get to be the president of a country when they hate the country that they represent? Who's voting for them? Why
Nobody.
are you voting for your own destruction?
A bunch of machines are voting for him.
Why are you letting your country be robbed from you?
A machine is voting for him.
Ireland.
The people are not voting for him.
100 years. Ireland had something called the IRA, the Irish Republican Army.
Right.
They were considered a terrorist organization. They were considered freedom fighters. Some people call them freedom fighters. Some people call them good time. For over 800 years, they were killing non-Irish people because they were invading Ireland, especially the English, especially Germans, right? Because they were pouring in and they were stealing land. But what happened to that? Now all of a sudden, because Muslims are coming, well, we got to be liberal and tolerant. Wait a minute. For 800 years, you were killing English people because you wanted to keep Ireland for the Irish, and that now you want to open the doors to Muslims?
No.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
It doesn't make any sense. What happened to Ireland for Ireland?
Muslims like his quote-unquote wife. Remember, he's supposed to be a Muslim, right?
The Irish.
Yeah, it doesn't
make no sense. You open because they're Muslim, you want to open your arms and sign your own death warrant? You're basically signing your own death warrant.
Yeah, you would be. That's exactly right. And you bring up a very good point, and I'm going to try and get my thing here to bring it up so you can see it. Because it brings it right to a point. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. There it is, right fucking there. Okay.
There it is.
There it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. All right, let's take a look. See here. There we go. Beautiful.
Show you up on the big screen.
Yeah. All right. Islam is not allowed in the United States. This law is still active and it's on the books. It's time to call on our government to start enforcing it. It's Representative Pat McCarran and Representative Francis Walter. One a liberal or libertarian and one a Republican. 1952 McCarran-Walters Act, Chapter 2, Section 212 is the prohibition of the entry to the United States if the alien belongs to an organization seeking to overthrow the government of USA by force, violence, or any other unconstitutional means. Now, this law has been updated since the 60s. It is still enforceable. It's still on the books. It is still legal. And anyone that wishes to overthrow the Constitution of the United States is not welcome here. If you are a socialist, if you are a fascist, if you are a communist, you're not supposed to be here. Why? Because you're diametrically opposed to the United States Constitution. Likewise, Islam. Islam says, the Quran itself says that the purpose of a Muslim is to wage jihad, either by peaceful means or violent means. You're to wage jihad against a non-Muslim country until it's converted and turned into a 7th century hellhole. And that is a command. It is not a request. That is a command in the Quran. Okay, all Muslims must participate in jihad. All Muslims must participate in al-taqiyya. That is required by the Quran And like I said, it's in there plain as day. I can give you the links if you want them.
As his Muslim buddy sits above him, stuffing his face. Folks, stuffing his face with fucking, I don't know, they're chicken tenders or something. Folks, if you'd like to get on the J-Cups Baloney Tits training program, we have it. We're putting it together. It's a strict diet, as you can see. It involves you basically giving up the will to even try anymore. So if you're at that point, folks, we might have a system here that can help you.
But the point is that the McCarran-Walters Act makes it abundantly clear that anyone that is diametrically opposed to the Constitution is not supposed to be here. Now, why are we not enforcing this law? Well, that's a damn good question, and the answer is I do not know. But like I said, this law was updated in the 60s. Let me say, I think I got another one that says it was updated in the 60s. I think this one says it was updated in the 60s. Islam is not allowed, 1952. Revised and reaffirmed in 1965. Okay, so there it is. Revised and reaffirmed in 1965, still active and on the books. Federal law. Whereas in Islam, Sharia law is not compatible with U.S. law or the U.S. Constitution and calls for its destruction and therefore is banned from entry into the United States. Period. End of story. Simple as that. And this is not, this is not rocket science. This is easy to understand. That's not saying that we hate Muslims or that we hate, necessarily people that are coming here. But if you're coming here and you believe in an ideology that wants to overthrow our government, you can't stay. Sorry, but you can't stay. You got to go back. You cannot stay here. And this law has been on the books since 1952. It was revised in 65, still on the books, still totally legal, still 100% viable, and nobody's enforcing it. And the reason nobody's enforcing it is because nobody in Washington, D.C. gives two fucks about you or gives two fucks about this country. Because if they did, they would be enforcing this law. So that right there should wake you up to any possible thinking that you might have in regards to Washington, D.C. Nobody in Washington, D.C. is on your side. Nobody in Washington, D.C. is on the side of America. No one. I don't care who they are. Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, you notice Tulsi Gabbard didn't get back in. You know why? Because Tulsi Gabbard's the real deal. She was a real conservative. And you notice they blocked her from coming back in. There's a reason for that. Because they don't want real conservatives in Washington, D.C., which means everybody that is in D.C. is there because they're allowed to be there. And that's the only reason. So get a clue. Nobody in D.C. gives two fucks about you. Not one person. I don't care who they are. I don't care what they claim. They are not on your side. They have never been on your side. And they never will.
A dickless troll out there in the comment section. By the way, you want to make threats? Make all the threats you want, but one day you're going to get your comeuppance, boy. You better watch what you say, boy, because you're going to get your comeuppance.
Yeah.
And I'm just warning you. You want to say some nasty things, but the day's going to come when Judgment Day comes. You're not going to be you're not going to have a nice little time there when it happens. Let me just put it that way, politically correct. You're not going to have a good day. All right, when you get your comeuppance, you're not going to be happy. So what I would suggest is you do apologize, ask for forgiveness, and hope that you don't fucking get what's coming to you. That's all I'm saying.
Delete those comments.
I got him. I banned him. He's banned.
Okay. Well, you got to make sure you get the comments too, because
I did. It's going to show up here on StreamYards, but if you go to Rumble, they're already gone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy doesn't need any help. He doesn't need any help. And besides, if you're out of state, you can't vote for him anyway. You got to be a resident of the state of Kentucky.
Well, they're going to vote for him anyway because they're committing voter fraud. That's basically what it comes down to.
That would be voter fraud, correct? That would be voter fraud. You have to be a resident of the state of Kentucky. So let them commit voter fraud all they want. That'll just help me in the long run. Anyways, but yeah, like I said, McCarran-Walters Act still on the books, still 100% legal. And anybody that believes in an ideology of hate to overthrow the Constitution of the United States, you're not welcome here. It's not because we don't like you necessarily. It's just because, your ideology is not compatible with the Constitution of the United States. Period. End of story. It's nice to visit, but you can't stay. Sorry. You can visit. You can come and visit for maybe a month or two, but then you got to leave. You can't stay. And that's just the way it is. And we need to start enforcing this law. That's what, because John asked me, said, well, what topic do you want? I said, well, we got to talk about the law, because the law is the law. It's still on the books. And see, the fact that nobody in Washington, D.C. is enforcing this law should tell you exactly what you need to know about Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is fake as a $3 bill. It is not the real capital of the United States. The real capital of the United States, folks, is in Pennsylvania. It is not Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. was created by the elites. If you actually sit down and read the act.
I see John has AI'd himself into how he actually sees himself in his avatar. Like, is that what that's supposed to be? Is that the same? Is that what we're supposed to believe, folks? It's the internet. Oh, wow. What a weirdo wonderland we share here, folks.
Of 1871, you will find that Washington, D.C. is a country within a country. It's literally its own entity. It has its own laws, its own beliefs, its own structure, everything. In fact, my understanding, the original understanding of it, was that Washington, D.C. was only going to have its own laws and stuff, and that those laws would not reciprocate into the rest of the country. Well, fast forward to today, everything is now blossomed into the whole country instead of just remaining in D.C. where it belonged. So, they literally took over the country.
It was like a cancer that metabolized all over the place. You
Correct.
get cancer in the lung and then eventually spreads to the heart.
Correct. Correct. That's correct. And so that's where we're at. So we need to do several things. We got to get rid of anybody that's contrary to the Constitution of the United States. And then we have to repeal the acts of 1871 and the Act of 1913, which is something that I'm more than happy and prepared to do. Like I said, I will reinstate JFK's Executive Order 11,110, which basically nullified the Federal Reserve and put us back on silver certificates, which is something that needs to be done immediately. And if anybody tries to stop me, I'll just have the military arrest them. Simple as that. But this, we have to get this country back to what the founders intended.
See,
otherwise,
this is how they think, right? Oh, it's all freedom and liberty and da-da-da, but if I got in, basically anyone who I don't deem is in line with the Constitution gets kicked out, and anyone who disagrees with me on my ridiculous, childlike perspective, or what's the word? I don't even know the word. Folks, it's a shit abyss. It's God, can you imagine a bizarro world where VONHELTON became president, though? He'd have the firing squad. It's insanity. And I'm sorry, listen, I don't take sides in that, but to me, listen, right off the top, yes, Joe Biden's a fucking chattering old senior citizen, right? Like, I get it. But Trump is really just VONHELTON with more money and shit. They think pretty much the same. They want, anyways.
Will be destroyed. Nobody in DC gives two fucks about America. They will literally sit on their ass and watch America get destroyed. They don't care. They do not care. Okay, so I don't care who you think it is, who you think's on your side. There is no one in DC on your side.
Nationwide is on your side.
Yeah, Nationwide might be on your side, but nobody in DC is. Nobody in Washington, D.C. is on your side. Nationwide might be, but nobody's on your side. Nobody in D.C. anyway. So, but yeah, because I know people are going to say, well, by God, Matt Gaetz is on my side. Matt Gaetz is not on your side. Matt Gaetz is not on your side. Marjorie Taylor Greene is not on your side. The only one that really was in D.C. that was really on your side was Tulsi Gabbard. And you notice she wasn't allowed back in once they found out she was a real conservative. She wasn't allowed back in. So that should tell you all you need to fucking know about DC, right? Remember, folks, the only conservative Supreme Court justice we had was Robert Scalia. I think his first name was Robert. Anyway, Judge Scalia. And we found him in a dive motel out in the middle of nowhere, dead with a pillow shoved
on
over his
top of
face.
his head and a mitt right on top of the pillow.
And they
Nice
put a
little
mitt on
death
top of the
way.
damn pillow after they killed him. What the fuck? What's that all about?
Fuck is
You
that? And you know what? You know what the fucking whopper of it all is, Vaughn? They ruled the death or suicide.
A suicide. Yeah. How do you commit
They ruled it
suicide?
as suicide. How the fuck do you kill yourself with a pillow smushed on top of your face and a mitt right on
And
top
a mint
of it?
on top of it. How does that work? How I mean, you know, if you're sitting there trying to suffocate yourself, let's say you're really trying to suffocate yourself with a pillow. Okay, first of all, it's very hard to do if you're doing it yourself. And second of all, how the fuck did that mint stay up there that whole time? It wouldn't have. It would have rolled
Your
off,
body,
right?
I don't know if people realize that when you try to kill yourself like that, your body naturally towards the end will fight against
you,
what you're doing, and like you can't hold it
Absolutely.
down when you can't breathe, you let go. So
Yeah,
it wouldn't
absolutely.
be possible for him to suffocate
Well,
himself.
see, what would happen in that scenario is you would pass out and then you'd just start breathing again. You know, you'd pass out and you'd just
Right.
start breathing again.
Your
So no,
hands
it
would
had to be
unclench the
somebody that did
pillow,
it.
and yeah.
It had to be somebody that did it. But see that, you know, they just, you know, it was,
That's a fucked up situation. Let's just
it's a
say what
fucked
it
up
is.
situation. But you know, if you tried to do it yourself, you just pass out and start breathing again. So it ain't that you can't do it yourself. Somebody had to do that. Actually, the whole album, the wall, the album,
whole
The
album
Wall
is
is a
good.
great
Yeah, the
album.
whole album.
The whole album is a great album. Yeah, it's just like Supertramp's Breakfast in America. The whole album is a great album. Every song on there is great. And you know, you've got Pink Floyd, The Wall, classic album. You got Rush 2112, the whole album. Supertramp's Breakfast in America, the whole album. What else is another one where the whole album is good? Well, if you know who Saxon is, which is a heavy metal band, you know, their whole album, Denim and Leather, is a good album, probably, because it was a lot more prevalent. And just about anything we say or do in this world probably has a corresponding song to go with it. Almost always. And we're sold into slavery, which means any children or offspring they had after that would have been non-Hebrew. In other words, non-Jew. Because the Jews try to claim to be ancient Hebrews. They're not. They can't be. The Hebrews were wiped out. And the Hebrews is who was in the Bible. Jews were not in the Bible. Hebrews were in the Bible. Go look at it. There was no Jews in the Bible. There were Hebrews in the Bible. And the Jews claim to be Hebrews, but they're not. They can't be, because the women were sold into slavery and the men were all killed. How the hell are you going to claim to be a Hebrew if all the Hebrews were wiped out? Kind of hard to do, right? So, but you know, hey, they want to live a fantasy land. They want to believe a bunch of shit. Let them believe it. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter to me, because even if they do get their Messiah, it's not going to impact me at all. Not going to have any impact on me at all. The only thing their Messiah will be concerned with is handling those people. He's not going to be interested in the rest of us. He's not going to give a fuck about the rest of the world. He's only going to be focused on the Middle East. You know, when the Bible and the Torah and the Quran speak about the world, they're not talking about the whole world like you and I live in. They're talking about the Middle East. It's totally focused on the Middle East. So you have to keep it in context. You can't sit there and say that, you know, the Messiah is going to be interested in the United States of America. No, he's not, because that's not his focus. It never was his focus, and it still is not his focus. His focus is on the Middle East, primarily the nation state of Israel. That's who he's focused on. That's who he's going to be controlling. That's who he's going to be protecting, if you will. He's not going to give a damn about the United States or Great Britain or Russia or Poland or anybody else. He don't give a fuck about that. That's not what the Messiah's purpose is any damn way. The purpose of the Messiah is to liberate the Jewish people and the nation state of Israel from whatever oppression might be attacking them at the moment. That's his job. Okay, it is not to sit here and police the United States. The Messiah is not going to give a fuck about the United States. His job is to police and protect the nation state of Israel. That's it. And that's all he's going to be focused on. Besides, we pagans, we have our own deities anyway. We have our own beliefs anyway. and will be taken care of. The gods of freedom religion will take care of the United States just fine. Don't worry. We don't need the Jewish Messiah to do it for us. We've got it under control. And that will be handled toot sweet. But, I look forward to them getting their Messiah. I hope they do. I hope they do get their Messiah. I hope their Messiah blesses them abundantly. I do. But it has no bearing on me, and it has no bearing on anybody else for that matter. Their focus is on the Middle East. Likewise with the Muslims. They're believing that the 12th Imam is going to come and he's going to, take over the Middle East and everything. Well, they haven't conquered all the nations of earth yet. So I probably not, because I think the 12th Imam can't come until all the nations are Islamic anyway. But I could be wrong on that. I have to look again. But so you got the 12th Imam, you got the Jewish Messiah, and then you got the Christian Messiah, Jesus. And the Christian Messiah, Jesus, if you read it carefully enough, you find out that his job is very simple. His job is to just come back and set up a kingdom in Jerusalem for the Christians to hang out there. That's it. That's pretty much it for 1,000 years. Everybody hangs out in Jerusalem for 1,000 years. Well, that has no bearing on me either. I could care less. It's not my interest. It's not my forte. I don't care. Any Christian, though, that wants to leave the United States and go hang out in Jerusalem for 1,000 years, be my guest. But I'm not going to do it because it's not my purview. I have nothing to do with that. So just to be clear on where we're sitting on this, because, a lot of people have misconceptions. They think, oh, well, Jesus is going to be controlling the whole world. No, actually, he's not. He never claimed to be either. He's going to set up his kingdom in Jerusalem. That's what Jesus said. I'm going to set up my kingdom in Jerusalem. The new Jerusalem will descend, and I will set up my kingdom within it. And that's going to be it. Ta-da, the end. Has no bearing on the rest of us at all. None.
Yeah.
No one will ever give you losers money. You're a couple of Shabbat.
Oh, that sounds good. But just, again, I'm not a biblical scholar, folks, or a man of the book, but I believe there is that whole part at the end that Vaughn's skipping is where the earth and the heaven is destroyed, and there's a new earth and heaven, and a big gated city that's like with the streets paved with gold and all that. So I'm pretty sure if you're not, invited to that party, you're going to be destroyed with the, it talks about all that kind of stuff, right? But Vaughn's the one who studied this, folks.
Us gay bums. Vaughn, I can't wait to see you riding your fat, rotted thumb up to London. What? I'm not going to London. Why would I go to London? I'm not
He's
going
just
to
talking
London.
shit. Don't even give him any. Don't even give him any.
Well,
Don't even give him the.
You don't know what
Don't
the fuck
even
he's
read
talking
his.
about anyway. You don't know what the fuck he's saying.
He's probably on drugs. He has no idea where he is.
Probably on drugs. Yeah, correct. He's probably on drugs. But anyway, trust me, folks. If you want America to be restored, the only religion that I'm aware of is mine, freedom religion. Freedom religion is the only religion that says they will restore the United States of America back to greatness again. Every other country, every other religion, every other belief structure says that America will be destroyed, and that just doesn't sit well with me. Freedom religion says no. America is not going to be destroyed. We're going to restore it. We're going to put it back to the way the founders intended, and everything is going to be awesome.
So basically, Vaughn, and he said this before, you got to believe in something, just go to the library and pick something, right? So basically, he doesn't like the way that it turns out, so he just makes up a different ending, and it makes him feel better. And that's the ending, the last chapter of his book. Dorothy gets to go home in his story.
So I'm inclined to believe what freedom religion says about America and not what everybody else says. And like I said, it doesn't matter anyway, because the focus on most of these other religions are either on Europe or they're on the Middle East. Well, I don't live in Europe and I don't live in the Middle East. So it has no bearing on me whatsoever. I live in the United States. And what matters to me is what the founders, the creators rather, have said about America in freedom religion. They said they're going to restore the Great Republic. We're gonna establish America back to greatness again. People are really going to truly be free for the first time in potentially thousands of years. Because I mean, suppose according to one of my mentors, Robert Morningstar, the Rothschilds and Rockefellers especially go all the way back, as far back as the Middle East. So if that is indeed the case, then humanity has always been in bondage. And once they get rid of these elite bastards, we'll actually have real freedom for the first time in thousands and thousands of years. That's going to be pretty fucking awesome. I believe it may even be a physical, a tangible feeling of relief when all that evil is gone. Because, you get rid of these elites, you get rid of all the evil that they create. And so that should be a good thing. That should be an awesome thing.
That will be a great and wonderful day when that happens, when we're liberated.
So are you saying that freedom religion will restore the Constitution so the founding fathers made region reign? What, I don't know what you mean by the founding fathers. The founding fathers are not coming back. However, the gods of freedom religion said they would restore America back to being a republic again, which is what the founders gave us. The founders did not give us America. The founders gave us a republic. In fact, there's even a quote. There's an actual quote. There was a woman that came up to an elderly woman, came up to Ben Franklin as he was coming down the steps of the Continental Congress, and she tugged on his coat, and he turned around, and she said, "Good sir, what kind of government have you given us?" And Ben Franklin looked down at her, and he said, "Madam, we've given you a republic, if you can keep it." Okay, so they didn't give us America. They gave us a republic. And and let's be clear, it's United States of America. In other words, it is several states that are joined together in a union. It is not a one country thing. It is just several states that are together as a union. And that's what we're going to get back to. We're going to go back to being a republic again instead of a corporation like we are now. And so hopefully that will happen soon.
Hopefully soon, man. Sooner rather than later.
But yes, the gods of freedom religion are the only religion that have stated unequivocally that they would restore the United States back to being a republic again. Every other religion on earth, yes, even the pagan ones, say that America will be destroyed. In fact, in the Norse mythology, it says the whole earth will be destroyed due to Ragnarok. Ragnarok will destroy the earth and heaven. Demons apparently bust loose and they just destroy heaven and earth in total. And everything ends at that point, I reckon. Well, I'm not too keen on that. And
yeah, I want to live. I want the earth to survive.
Yeah, apparently, there's no coming back from that shit. Well, I don't like that idea. I like what freedom religion told me, is that America is going to be restored back to greatness again. We're going to be a republic again. People are going to be free. People are going to be alive. They're going to be happy, and see all that wealth that the elites have been hoarding up for years and years and years. That's all going to be released back into the public again. And so we're going to get a jubilee as a result. Everybody's going to get a wad of cash. And this time, don't blow your money, people. Put your money in the bank and let it be drawing interest, because the banks will be clean now. When these elites are gone, the banks will go back to being normal banks again. They won't be charging you interest. They won't be, costing you an arm and a leg. You might have to pay a little money to them for utilities or whatever, but it ain't going to be no huge.
Wait, when were the banks clean, Vaughn? Wasn't since the dawn of fucking civilization, the elites controlling us? I thought that was the theory you just threw out there. But it's going to go back to when the banks were clean. What, like when they were hunter-gatherers? What the fuck are you talking about?
Like it is now. Now there'll be real banks again. And so, but yeah, freedom religion's the only religion that says America will be restored to a republic. We will restore the great republic. Those are exact words. We will restore the great republic. Okay, so that's a good thing. That's an awesome thing. We'll have real freedom for a chance in a long while. The gods were here before America was made. Well, who do you think made America? Who do you think allowed all the things to be put in place to make America what it is? And why do you think America was based on religious freedom? You know, Nick Fuentes loves to get on camera and say that America is a Christian nation. No, it's not. The founding fathers loathed Christianity. They initially were Christian, but when they found out that King James was corrupt, King George was corrupt, that the Roman Catholic Church was corrupt, and they found out that all this stuff about Christianity was corrupt, they became deist. And they said, okay, we're not going to make a Christian nation. What we're going to do is we're going to establish a nation based on religious freedom, which is exactly what they did. The literal chief cornerstone of the United States is religious freedom. The freedom to worship as you please, as so long as you don't harm yourself, harm others, or violate someone's rights. And that's exactly what it was established on, and that's exactly what the founders of Freedom Religion told me when I went to sign up with them and be with them. They said, we have 4 rules: do not harm yourself, do not harm others, do not violate someone's rights, and do not piss us off. And I said, that sounds like a plan to me. I can do that. So there we are. But yeah, the gods were here before America because they were the ones that designed America. They're the ones that created America. They created America to be a shining city on a hill, just like Reagan said. Of course, then Reagan went crazy and started worshiping Moloch down in Bohemian Grove. Oh, well, you know, whatever. In fact, Trump and Ivanka were down there worshiping Moloch and doing a child sacrifice. Funny how the people on True Social didn't know about that shit. Ivanka went on Instagram, and she threw down a card on the table, and the card had a picture of an owl with a full moon on it. Well, what does that represent? It represents Bohemian Grove. That's exactly what it represents, Bohemian Grove. And so she put the message out there. The message was plain as day. Okay, so her and Donald Trump were at Bohemian Grove performing a child sacrifice and worshiping Moloch. You know, your hero, Donald Trump, is worshiping Moloch. Ronald Reagan, another Republican hero, worshiping Moloch. Bill Clinton was down.
So I've heard Vaughn talk about this before, and I know the picture he's talking about. He has spun all of this out of a picture of Ivanka Trump with a card with an owl on it, folks. So obviously they've performed child sacrifices at a Bohemian Grove.
Down there worshiping Moloch. They all down there worshiping Moloch. All of them. You got actors, policemen, firemen, politicians, you know, heads of state, you know, just everything you could think of. Presidents, vice presidents, they're all down there worshiping Moloch, man. Because they know that Moloch is the real deal and that everything else is fake as hell. Napoleon went down into the Vatican vaults to see for himself. And when he come back out, he was white as a sheet. And he looks at his men and he says, everything we believe is a lie. Religion, politics, all of it. Societal norms.
So now he's arguing that Moloch is the only real deal and everything else is fake. But yet he was just like, you know, telling us about how Jesus will come back and everybody's prophecy. Everybody gets their own prophecy and freedom religion and the banks are clean, but the elites have run everything since the beginning. But his God's made America, which is also corrupted. You know, folks, this is the shit abyss. This is the shit abyss.
Money, it's all lies. All of it is lies. And his men are like, well, what shall we do? He said, well, we've got to start all over again. We have to start all over again. And it was horrible. But he was right. But he did what you and I didn't do. He actually went down in the vaults to see for himself. And his mind was blown, man. His mind was blown.
He writes, religious freedom. We have a video of you hating on Jews and Muslims.
Well, first of all, Like I said, Jews are
Oh,
not
I guess
real.
he did turn out to be a troll. See, I gave you a shot to stay around, and you squandered it, huh? You squandered it.
He's a troll for bringing up something that Vaughn was just about. He's going to defend here right now, that he did actually do. So how is it a troll, right? We know what it is. We know the game, right? Oh, he brought up something. He brought up a contradiction or something. Fucking we did. Fuck you. You're a troll. That's how fucking baloney tits rolls, folks.
Squandered it. You squandered it. All
But
right.
like I said, Jews are not real. Muslims
Here we
are not
go.
a religion.
Here we go.
Islam is.
So there's John, his buddy, the Jewslam, the fucking, we're not sure what, but definitely Jewish Muslim. He's claimed, and Christian all in his life. Oh boy, but this is just nuttiness, folks.
It's an ideology of world conquest posing as a religion, but it's not a real religion. It has a few elements of spirituality to it, but it is not really a religion. Because a real religion will make you focus on the inside. It won't have you out here conquering other countries and killing people. That's not what real religions do. Okay, but that's exactly what Islam does. I mean, go ask the Lebanese Christians. Oh wait, you can't. They're all dead. How about the Akkadians? How about the Syrians? How about anybody that existed? The ancient Egyptians. How about them guys? Oh yeah, you can't ask any of them motherfuckers because they're all dead. The Muslims slaughtered them all. Okay, so you're not going to be asking him. You know, it cracks me up. I'll sit there and talk to somebody about, you know, ancient Egypt, and they say, well, we got Egyptians living there now. I said, no, you don't. You got Muslims living there. All the real Egyptians were killed. The Muslims killed all the Egyptians and took over their country, just like they did Libya, just like they did Syria, just like they did Lebanon, just like they did every other country. The real indigenous people of those nations is long gone. They've been gone for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And that's just the truth. That is the truth. 1,400 years ago minimum. I think it's more than that now, but 1,400 is a good round.
A little bit more than that, yeah. But it's all right.
It's a little bit more than that, but 1,400 is a good round number. So, you know, you want religious freedom, okay? You can have religious freedom if that religion is a legitimate religion. Unfortunately, some things are not legitimate. Some things have an agenda, mostly a political agenda, but sometimes a societal agenda, and those don't count. You know, if you have a religious belief, that religious belief, if it's genuine, is going to make you focus on the inside of yourself, not focus on what some other idiots are doing. You got to focus on yourself. Get yourself in order. Get yourself back on track. You know, then you can maybe reach out to other people and help them. But that's not what Islam does. Islam says we've got to go out there and slaughter these people and take their country away from them. Well, I'm sorry, that's not a religion. That is world conquest, posing as a religion. And that's not the same thing. You know, again, the McCarran-Walters Act, 1952, revised again in 1965, clearly states, if you have an ideology that wants to overthrow the United States, you can't come here. I mean, you can come here to visit, but you can't stay. You can't stay. You can't be here. All right? Because your ideology is diametrically opposed to the Constitution of the United States. Period. End of story.
You don't know. You don't have to go home, but you got to get the fuck on out of here.
Yep, got to get out of here. Any immigration without assimilation is an invasion by enemy forces. It says it right there on the document.
Yeah.
Let me read that again. Any immigration without assimilation is an invasion by enemy forces. It says it right there on that document.
It's a good quote. That's a good quote.
And it's accurate. It's accurate. That's the important thing. It's accurate. And so it's incumbent upon us to understand this nation was founded on freedom of religion. And it's going to stay that way. And it's going to be restored back to greatness again. Okay? You know, you had people that did try to be Christian. And like...
I'm not aware. Are you not allowed in America to practice your religion? Like, what? You're actually trying to stop people. Now, I don't even want to get into it. It's so silly. I'm getting kind of at the end of my rope with these knuckleheads for tonight. Let's skip ahead a little bit.
From VONHELTON and his gods.
You gotta realize, Vaughn, these people are very low IQ people. You're talking about 70 IQ, 80 IQ people.
Yeah.
They're not bright. They're
No,
not
they're
very
below
bright.
average. They're below average.
Very below average. Way below average.
That's true.
These people are dumber than dog shit. You got people literally coming onto the show today saying they're going to donate to they're going to do illegal donations. Illegal donations.
Right.
I don't even want to give the person's name out.
Why is it illegal? Because it's to someone that you don't want, just because they're against you. Like, folks.
You know what I'm talking about. That's
Well, the thing
criminal.
of it is, like
You
I
got to
said,
be fucking stupid to come on the public.
But they're all for freedom, right? But if you support anybody that doesn't support their views or is against them on the other side of a dispute or something, you deserve to be put in jail at least. It's illegal, folks.
Internet and brag about doing something illegal. You got to be fucking dumb.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. That's pretty stupid. But like I said, let them fucking waste their time. Let them do whatever, and they're gonna find out that it doesn't work out for them like they plan, because it don't. It does not. Let them do whatever the fuck they want. They want to waste their money. They want to waste their time. Let them do it. I don't give a shit.
All right.
Don't
Let them
bother
do
me.
it. Let them go down with the fucking Titanic if it needs be.
That's right.
Let
That's
them go
right.
down with the Titanic.
But yeah,
It couldn't happen to a nice set of people.
That's right. That's right. And the ones that survive, I'll throw in jail. So it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know my answer, Vaughn. I like to just see them drop dead, but you got to get money out of them first, I guess.
Get money out of some of them at least. Yeah. I mean, 15 of them dropped dead according to UK Troll, and so we'll see what
It's a good start. 15 is a good start, but we need more.
A good start.
We need 15. We need 1,500.
Yeah. Make sure they're all gone. Right.
Make deadly love. It's like what the Bible says: kill not only don't just kill them, but kill the fucking slaves, the cows, the fucking land. Just fucking
everything.
salt the fucking
Kill
whole
everything.
area,
Yeah, salt the earth, man. Just
Salt the earth, as they say. Yeah. Salt the trolls, man.
Well,
so you did a cone of protection around your house the other day. You were saying.
Yeah, I was thinking. Well, I did the salt line, and I smudged both buildings, and I did a salt line around the whole property, and so we're pretty much protected. I was thinking about doing a cone of energy, cone of protection.
I was thinking about it, but man, even though Vaughn believes this crazy horse shit, he's still lazy. You'd think at least if you believe this shit, you'd be like, fuck, I better get that cone of protection up because, that devil comet is coming or whatever the fucking thing is this week. But he's just like, yeah, like it's insanity, folks. It's a good thing that his fucking renters are like crackheads and shit because, who else, you move into this place and it's like fucking the landlord's out salting the property and fucking casting spells.
An energy cone, but, apparently it was completely unnecessary because, hey, we didn't have our eclipse. We didn't have the 3 days of darkness. It was a big fat nothing burger. I didn't even get to see the damn comet, which is really sad, man. I wanted to see the comet. Didn't get to see the comet. You get to see nothing, man. It was sad.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
But you ain't seen nothing yet because the gods did say the destroyer is coming and it will get here. Now, Apophis, according to NASA, is supposed to arrive either in late 2024 or late 2025, and it is going to zip past the Earth, and then it's either going to slingshot around the sun or it's going to hit it at an angle and careen off out into deep space. Whichever one it does will determine whether we are still here after the following years. If it careens out into space, it's never coming back again.
Everything. So it's going to miss us. It's going to slingshot out around the sun and go out to fucking wherever, right? But he's still going to turn it into a disaster scenario where we may possibly, maybe, might be the end of humanity.
If it slingshots around
in like 3 million years, right, or
on
something.
The sun, it will nail the Earth in the ass and destroy the Earth in total.
Yeah, I don't.
The Earth will literally break apart. Okay.
Yeah, we wouldn't survive that. That would
And
be
we would not
too-
survive that. Yeah, we would not survive that. So it's going to be interesting to see if that is indeed the case. Now, obviously, I'm not a big believer in space. However, the destroyer does not require space in order to exist. So, and the destroyer comes every 37,000 years. It weighs humanity in a balance. And if we're a bunch of retards, that's the end of us. Then it starts all over again. You know, a lot of people sit there saying, how in the hell we get all these huge Gothic churches and shit from people that were in a horse and buggy? Because they didn't build them. That's why. They were built by somebody else. And then those people went splat, and then we took over the reins. And that's basically where we're at now. We're going to see what the gods have in store. We're going to see what the destroyers...
You know, it's funny. You'd think things like that, like 3,700 years isn't that long ago, right? So, I mean, like, we have civilizations like Egypt and Asia and, you know, so... Anyways.
It does. I am confident, though, that the destroyer is coming up to the elites and not us this time. And so we're going to get a second chance. We're going to get a chance to make things right. And this time we can't blow it. Don't go out here and blow all your money. You know, put your money in a bank. The banks will be legit again. We can put money in a bank. Won't be charged any interest, I don't think. You know, you might have to pay a fee to keep the lights on or something, but you ain't going to be charged no interest or anything like that. And we'll try and get everything back to so-called normal before the elites came here and corrupted everything. And so that's going to be
new normal. Remember that? The new normal.
the new normal. The new normal will be the old republic restored. And it
I
should be
can't
good.
wait, man. That's music to my ears. Makes me feel good.
Biden delivers remarks on the economy. Oh, okay. All right.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I don't care.
It's
Yeah.
not his. It's not even his words anyway. It's not
No,
going to be
it's not
him.
his words. Well, and not only that, but I'd much rather have the gods of creation restore America back to the 1776 version, where we can do our own thing, where we can start our own business and you know, real capitalism. Yeah, and that's another thing too. You know, a lot of people saying, well, capitalism sucks. Capitalism sucks. Capitalism isn't out there right now. What's out there right now is called crony capitalism. It is not real capitalism. Okay. By getting rid of these elites, though, we can actually go back to real capitalism. Well, in real capitalism, you have just as much ability as I do. So if you want to start your own business, you want to work for other people or collab on something, you can do that. And there'll be provisions made for that. Okay, that's what capitalism does. Capitalism rises all boats. And so you have an opportunity.
Oh, shut up,
get
you
rid of these elite
blowbag.
bastards.
Yeah, I don't see anything here.
Yeah, I think we're at our end. Folks, I think I've had enough. I want to thank everybody for coming out for a Tuesday night stream. And we'll see what the week has in store with our other Lulz Cows. Thursday night, as far as I know, I think that should still be a go. So thanks for joining. Thumbs it up. All that good stuff. Keep your eyes open, your ear to the ground. And, I mean, you know the drill.